Okay, so say we want to do some survival um, around um, the Pieman River, and what I've actually had a look at is the different ways we can do survival, and what we're gonna what you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a in like a primitive with a way with wild edibles, and the the beginning we'll begin this scenario here with driving out to the Pieman River, for example, the Pieman Heads, which looks a little bit rustic, and it looks like they've got kayaking and stuff like that there. And you can browse these images here, and we can tell that the coastline is rocky, and with a combination of rocks and sand, and the river itself um, goes in and is fairly wide. You can also view the flight down the Pieman River. And everything to the north of the Pieman River is not used. I believe there's nothing north, not really not much north of the Pieman River. I think there's one road that goes across at some stage that crosses just north of the Pieman River. But apart from that, it's north of the Pieman River is just trees and vegetation and mountains. So for survival, what we would be starting off with is a glass of pandanus juice from the leaves of the pandanus tree. And in Tasmania, there are pandanus absolutely everywhere. And I'll just get up an image here. Here we go. These are the pandanus trees in Tasmania. This is an actual pandanus tree in Tasmania. Now the leaves you can grind up and make juice out of the leaves. There's another one. There's also a flower on top of the pandanus tree, so you can make a juice out of it. You can also make a jelly, so you can have a jelly, a bowl of pandanus jelly, or a bowl of pandanus juice for breakfast. And also inside the at the base of all the leaves and the top of the trunk is a vegetable the size of a potato. So for example, at the base of where all these leaves gather together, the base of the leaves turns white. In there turns white, and it joins the trunk. That area where the leaves turn white and the trunk combine, that is where the vegetable is. So for breakfast, it's pandanus juice with a boiled or baked pandanus veggie, which is a potato. and you can have some of the flour. It's got a sweet flour on top of the pandanus tree, and we can have that. There's the jelly. So that's just the leaves with milk. But here's the juice, pandanus leaf juice. There it is. It's popular all around the world. And the jelly, I haven't got a video of that, an image of that, but it's basically the juice that's been left to cool down and set. And then for lunch, we've got abalone and seaweed. And we're going to be drinking out of these creeks and rivers. And then for dinner, we're going to have to catch a crayfish for dinner. For dinner will be a crayfish, and we're going to have some cattail rhizomes, cattail roots. The cattail. It's actually these guys here. They're the cattail roots. Oops. Oops. And your cattails are these. So you find these on the river. I believe you can find them up and down the rivers and creeks anywhere in Tasmania. And so with the lobster or with the crayfish, we're going to have rhizomes. And this top part here, you can actually make pancakes out of it before it blossoms, when it's just pollen. So at this particular time, the cattail it's not, this top part isn't really very tasty or edible, but before it blossoms, before it blooms, the cattail blooms, you can actually get the pollen out of it and make a pancake out of the pollen, use it as a flour. And also you can eat the cattail before it has blossomed, like corn on the cob. So that's like a corn on the cob before it blooms. And when you can't do that, you've got the roots, the rhizomes, the roots to eat, which is there of the cattail. So that's what will be for dinner. And that is pretty much the entire menu out here. Otherwise, it's for dinner. It's seaweed and oysters, seaweed and mussels, seaweed and clams, or seaweed and more abalone. Or we can go for an entire pot of the pandan veggies, which is like a pot of so they're like a pot of potatoes. You grab like half a dozen pandan veggies, have a pot of potatoes with lobster. Aside from that, there are the berries. There are some blackberries, which I think is fairly common. The pepper berries. I think I've got a picture of the pepper berries. Somewhere? Maybe I do not. I do. Down somewhere down here. It's too many photos to look through, and I forget the name of the file. Um, but we do have pepperberries, and also apparently there's raspberries out there, but I don't know. So there you have it. I think that during a survival situation, the menu out here in uh, in Tasmania along the rivers and the coast and in the mountains and creeks, I think there's a large enough menu to survive on.